Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed, Shlita. Well, I hope everyone had an enjoyable Shabbos. As I mentioned on Friday, that when this was being recorded, it was not yet Shabbos because I'm going to have been in Israel. I have to figure out the tenses there, but I'm assuming that by the time you hear this, I will have had a great Shabbos in Yerushalayim. Any ability to be in Eretz Yisrael is a tremendous zechus, one that we should never take for granted. But we continue our week of learning, but please continue davening for Chayalei Tzvah Gana Yisrael, for Shleim L'chol Petzua Yisrael, and return of all our gufos that require Kever Yisrael. Halavai that when you hear this, that this will be a moot point. I really, really hope so. And I hope they're saying, well, what's he talking about? The bodies have all been returned. Halavai, that should be my mistake, as this is being recorded early last week. And we learn each day, Le'ili Nishmat, Seren Daniel Shimon ben Harav, Deron Vasheli, Hashem Yakum Damo. The last chapter in this section in Keriat Shema is Remach Tevos. This is fascinating. HaTorah nosenes chayim urefula olam ula adam. The Torah gives life and healing to the world and to humanity. And specifically, Keriat Shema has within it the foundations of faith and the fulfillment of mitzvos. So Chazal have taught us, sheyesh b'Keriat Shema remach milim. In the Keriat Shema, there are 248 words. V'chein b'gufa adam yeshem remach evarim. And the human body has 248 limbs. Don't ask me to name them because I am a rabbi, I am not a doctor or a physiologist or whoever would know what those would be. And when someone reads Keriat Shema properly, kol aver ve'aver notel mila achas misrapeba. So each word corresponds with a limb in the body, and as you say those words, then that limb sort of absorbs it and becomes healed. However, when somebody actually decided to count the words and says, wait a minute, there are actually only 245 words, so the math is off. Where do you get 248? So how do we get to 248? And this is why, when you're davening in shul, if you've ever wondered this, why is it that the Chazan repeats those words, Hashem Elokechem Emes? It's to give everybody those extra 3 words so we reach that magical number of 248. Yes, that's the exact reason. And you'll see where this comes from. It's from the Zohar HaKadosh. And since it's a Zohar, well, it's sort of above all of our pay grades. And therefore, we just kind of accept it as is. These are things that are so lofty, esoteric, it's hard for us to grasp on a sort of normal level. But 248, we have to get to that number. What do you do if you're not davening in shul and you're davening alone? This will solve another great mystery for you. So if you're davening alone and you're also missing, you only have 245, how do you get to 248? So we have a number of customs that are presented how we can make up those 3 words. Leminig Ashkenaz, Yom Lefnei Keriat Shema, Kel Melech Ne'eman. You'll notice in every single siddur that you look at, when davening alone, you say these 3 words, Kel Melech Ne'eman. If you ever wondered why, well, here it is, to get those 3 words to make 248. Lefia Shulchan Aruch, Yichavein B'Tesvav Havavin Sheposnen Esamilim Harishona Shel Birchas Emes V'Yatziv. According to the Shulchan Aruch and Sephardic custom, then there are 15 words that start with the letter Vav in the paragraph that follows Keriat Shema. You have to have special kavanah with each one of those Vavs. Sheish behem remez l'shlosha shemas kedoshim, because they have a hint to the holy names of God, 3 of the holy names. So we say Emes, V'Yatziv, V'Nachon, V'Kayam, V'Yashar, V'Ne'eman, V'Ehuv, etc., etc., etc. V'hem yu tachlif l'sholosh hamim chaseros, and this somehow will make up the 3 missing words. Call me biased, call me a Eastern European Kalta Litvak, but I kind of like the first method better of just saying the 3 words of Kel Melech Ne'eman. But then again, I'm just a simple Jew, and all these things about letters and numbers, it's hard to figure out where they're going anyway. And this is why also you'll find that many Sephardim, when they daven, they say Hashem Elokeichem Emes. Even with the chazan, they will repeat those words alone. And it's clear that when the individual repeats those words, it's not the same as when the chazan does. It has a purpose, but when needed, but ultimately speaking, the chazan does it. So the best thing is to daven with a minyan and to hear the chazan. So let's say even if you're not caught up, if you hear the chazan say those words, then you can hear Hashem Elokeichem Emes will count for you as well. So in the note here, note number 10, it deals exactly with that question of what happens after, if you're not done with Shema yet, after the chazan has already said Hashem Elokeichem Emes. And this is also one of the reasons why many shuls, they wait for the rabbi to finish, assuming the rabbi is going to be the slowest one saying Shema, but this way sort of everyone can catch it. So it's sort of a interesting factoid. It's great at cocktail parties, I found. If you just needed a conversation starter, one should certainly lead with that. But we lead our week with learning, and we thank you for joining us. So please continue davening for Chaylei Tzvah Gan Yisrael, for Shalom Chol Pitzvah Yisrael, proper burial for all of our brethren. Leil Nishmat Sarah Daniel Shimon, Arav Daron Risheli, Hashem Kedamo. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you here next time. Have a great day.